Hey miners, ready for some crypto coaching? Great. I'm going to talk a little bit about how payout fees and thresholds work with Prohashing. I know that fees can get confusing sometimes when mining with pools. Sometimes pools will advertise a higher payout, but then they'll pass along transaction fees to the customer. Or they'll charge a withdrawal fee in order to move your payout balance to your wallet so that you can either spend your money or let it grow in a safe location. These add-ons can make it difficult to keep track of how much you'll actually be paid out in the end, and the last-minute fees can cut into the profits you thought you were going to receive. We understand how frustrating this process can be and how important it is for a mining pool to be transparent about what happens with your money. Let's take a look at the process your earnings undergo in order to receive the payout coins of your choice. One of the benefits to mining with Prohashing is being able to mine one coin and get paid out in another. This is super convenient for you as the customer, but it's a complicated process behind the scenes. We don't always have the exact number of the specific type of coin on hand needed to cover all of the payouts requested in that coin. Also, it's not always possible to exchange one coin directly for another. For example, if we found more blocks than expected of Ethereum, but you want to get paid out in Shiba Inu, we can't simply exchange Ethereum for Shiba Inu because there's no Ethereum to Shiba Inu exchange. What we would need to do first is send the Ethereum we do have to an exchange, which costs a transaction fee. These fees fluctuate, as I can show you in the Block Explorer here. And today, December 7th, 2021, we have a $24.84 transaction fee. So we're in the $20 range at the moment. But if we go farther back into November of 2021, you can see that the fees were closer to the $40 range, $39.61 on November 29th. And if we go farther back into November, you can see that they were closer to the $60 range, $58.54. So as you can see, the cost of sending coins on the network can get quite high sometimes. Once we've sent the Ethereum to the exchange, we need to exchange the Ethereum for Tether. This costs a trade fee of about 0.3%. Once we have the Tether, we then exchange the Tether for Shiba Inu, and that costs another 0.3% in trade fees. Now we have the Shiba Inu we need to pay out our customers who've set it in their payout proportions. Generally, exchanges charge a withdrawal fee, which covers the transaction fee to create a transaction on the blockchain, but also includes a sizable profit for the exchange. For example, with Bittrex, the current withdrawal fee is $79 for USDC. Then the exchange pays the transaction fee to create a transaction to send the Shiba Inu to Prohashing's wallet. Finally, we need to send the Shiba Inu we've acquired to the customers who've requested it. This will, again, cost a transaction fee. As I showed you earlier in the Block Explorer, the transaction fees fluctuate, but it can cost as much as $60 or more sometimes to send coins on the network. What it's important to know is the fees I've listed so far are being paid by Prohashing, not the customers. We take a 4% mining fee, but the transaction fees, the trade fees, the withdrawal fees that are involved in moving coins around so that we can pay customers in the coins of their choice are coming out of that 4%. While we're okay eating the cost of the fees, we do try to keep those fees below 1/8 of that 4%. That way, we have enough profit left over to provide better service. This involves doing things like hiring more employees and paying existing employees' salaries so that we can continue adding new features and new algorithms to our pool. So thank you from the bottom of my heart and my little twins' hearts for the ramen I'm going to continue to be able to buy with my salary. It's also important to know that we try to group our payouts into batches as much as possible. While this reduces the number of payouts in a day and increases the amount of time between payouts, it also minimizes the amount of fees that we need to pay, in turn reducing the cost that we would need to pass down to the customer. I'll go more into this concept as well in the next video. The big reason we're able to offer free payouts is because of the free payout thresholds on each coin. The free payout threshold is set to 2 times the transaction fee. Setting the required earnings balance to pay out any lower could cost even more fees, and then we would have to pass those down to the customers. Then, at that point, if the earnings balance were low enough, the fees could actually take up all of or more than what you were going to get paid out. You could be left with dust, which is any amount lower than the transaction fee, and you could even end up with a negative balance. This is why it's important to keep your payout thresholds set at or above the free payout thresholds of each coin. We talked about a lot today. We learned how the process Prohashing goes through to pay you out in the coin of your choice can get a little complicated sometimes. We talked about what fees Prohashing pays leading up to paying you in the coin of your choice, and what fees you as the customer are not responsible for as the result. We also discussed why free payout thresholds are set where they are, and what happens if you lower your payout threshold below the free payout threshold. It's important to understand how fees work with mining pools, so I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. Keep an eye out for my next video. I'll be talking about the timing of payouts at Prohashing. And if these tutorials have been helping you, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time, miners.